Ever heard your child say Mass is boring and irrelevant? You're not alone. Even the famous writer G.K. Chesterton acknowledged, "The Mass is very long and tiresome, unless one loves God." And there lies the key. The essence of the Mass is deeply rooted in love and understanding. When you drag your child to Mass and force him to sit idly without a clue about what's going on, or without any serious love for God, it's not surprising he finds the whole thing boring and irrelevant. Who could blame him? Imagine being in a place where you don't understand the language or the customs. It would be tedious for anyone. You see, the real issue isn't the Mass itself, it's about love. Before your child can appreciate the Mass, he needs to fall in love with God. It's like trying to enjoy a symphony without ever learning to love music. It just doesn't work. The beauty of the Mass can only be seen through the eyes of love and understanding. So how do you help your child fall in love with God? Start with the basics. Share stories from the Bible, pray together, and make these moments special and engaging. Create a routine that makes these activities a cherished part of your daily life. And show him the beauty of God's creation. Talk about how God is not just some distant figure but a loving Father who cares deeply about him. Use everyday moments to point out God's presence in your lives. Whether it's a beautiful sunset, a kind gesture, or a moment of peace, these are all reflections of God's love. And here's something fundamental. Reveal to him the true purpose of the Mass. The Mass isn't just about music, inspiring talks, or a warm community, good as all those things are. It's about meeting God in word and sacrament. It's a sacred time where heaven meets earth. Explain that during the Mass we're not just going through motions. We're having an extraordinary direct encounter with the God who created the cosmos. That's mind-blowing if you think about it. Each part of the Mass has a deep meaning and purpose designed to bring us closer to God. Help your child see this reality. Teach him to see spiritually what's really going on. When he understands that he's in the presence of God, the Mass will no longer be boring or irrelevant. It will become the most breathless, exhilarating experience he can have in this life. Imagine the awe and wonder of standing before the Creator of the universe. Help your child see this reality. Teach him to see, spiritually, what's really going on. When he understands that he's in the presence of God, the Mass will no longer be boring or irrelevant. It will become the most breathless, exhilarating experience he can have in this life. Imagine the awe and wonder of standing before the Creator of the universe. It's like when you see a friend after a long time. The anticipation, the joy, and the connection, that's what the Mass can be like. But it starts with love. Love transforms the ordinary into the extraordinary. So next time you hear, Mass is boring, remember, it's not about the length or the rituals. It's about love. Help your child fall in love with God, and watch how the Mass transforms from a duty to a delight. The journey to loving the Mass is a journey to loving God more deeply. Until next time, take care and God bless. May your journey to understanding and love be filled with grace and joy.